Carl Jung referred to our tendency to project as a part of ourselves that we would call the dark twin. And this dark twin would obviously see lacks in other people and then act on those lacks in a kind of pathological way. And the Course in Miracles often says that any judgments we make of others are initiated from what we see and recognize in ourselves as projected onto the other person. So letting go of projection is definitely one of the major principles that we need to work on in any kind of recovery and healing. Projection is when you see the world as malevolent and violent. You can see the world as beautiful and loving and giving, and those two are worlds apart. And in a very, very short space of time, you can see someone experiencing the malevolence and violence of an image of the world that they see. And just with a bit of silence and space and healing treatment, they will change the way they look at the world utterly. And of course, in doing so, they change the way they look at themselves. And that is really how healing is done. You know, it's looking at the shadow, acknowledging it, and then looking at the other side as well. The world is good. Genesis 1, as I always say, has got the answer. You don't need to read the rest if you don't want to. But God created it and it was good, and it was very good. And Genesis in the first chapters, I think, says it 5 or 6 times. So it is a beautiful world out there. And yes, there is bad news. Yes, there is suffering and so on. But when we come to understand the shadow and how we suffer to get to a more loving and belonging place, we will see that even suffering is for our good. And I heard a story today of how a person went into a market and saw a wise teacher in that market. And the teacher commented to the other teacher, "Why are you here in the market? You have learned so much through great suffering of losing your family and losing everything you have and your business and all your money. And it's good to see you looking so well. Why are you here hidden away, not going out there and teaching people like me?" And the other teacher said, "I sell fruit, and with each piece of fruit that I sell and give away, I bless everyone with great suffering so that they too can experience the conscious awakening and the beautiful realizations that I've had." So waking up to what is another way of saying the truth shall set me free. And unfortunately, a projection of happiness, I find you either chasing happiness or you chasing purpose. Very seldom are you chasing both. If we do chase happiness, purpose is often lacking. And happiness is obviously something we try and chase as children and try and chase as young adults, trying to be happy buying cars and boats and houses and so on. But when we chase purpose, the happiness simply flows along and it's added. As God said, "Follow me first, and all other things, including happiness, will be added to you."